Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out in a good one as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
They'll start the drive with Harris. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Off the play fake, Young. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
25 yards that time. Young on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the delay, here's Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. It's Young off play action. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Oh, my, you know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Young with it, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Cowboys under head coach Jason Garrett as they get set for their first opportunity. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But That's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff. Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Here we go. Set. Hey, read. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey. 4 down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And he's going to go down again. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hockenson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, the defense did their job, and then, boom, a one-play drive. The offense does their job pretty well, too.
Is that called rewarding them and thanking them for what they did? They went right out and put points on the board. Thank you so much for getting us the football.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
Red.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Lions to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, it's Harris. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
3rd down, Young from the gun. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Harris. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. 1st and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Here's Young from the shotgun. He gets it complete to Harris. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll return it from the 6. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. It's the Dolphins that have grabbed the early lead over the Jets. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They had that 14-0 lead, but that has evaporated as they go to work here, 1st and 10. Young looks to throw on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Warren.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
On 1st and 10, Young. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This is Harris on the draw. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Young. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. To try again after the sack. Young. And the pressure gets to him again.
You better be ready next time.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. 3rd and long for Young. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Just like that. Switch.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. So with their backs practically backed up against the goal line, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he rifles one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You see me? You see me?
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They'll set up to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. He'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Lions will take over. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 43-yard line. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing. Young. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hawkinson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Young now. And this is caught at the 8. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Young. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Now this throw caught left side. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from him, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a third down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Young working out of the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This is fielded at the 7. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd and 9, Young. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Young will set to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Young on first down. Open man is Higgins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. It's Young on first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Young. Going to throw again. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, Young over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Young. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Young on 3rd down. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, baby.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2nd and 4. Buying time to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Whatever, and he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. This will be caught by Brown. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone. So
wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Looking to throw. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Young, this pass complete to Higgins. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over here at the 20.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Jet. Check 3.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 61. That's box right. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Palmer.
Come on now.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Young. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they work this out past the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out.
Anderson loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
He doesn't give many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number's going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking that a lot of times their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold on to the football.
This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's 2nd and 8. And this is caught. It's Cooper. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone,
and that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 4 yards out. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
97's the mic. 97's the mic.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And now a carry here for their fullback. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
They run. Anderson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there, and a Lion first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Young throwing right, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Out of the gun, it's Young. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes up.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 45. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
From just shy of midfield, Young, rush coming, and he's taken down.
We call that sack block.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jalen Smith providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this out past the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off with great anticipation. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 4th. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, that just looked like a lot of confusion to me at the line of scrimmage. I don't think the offense had any idea of who was coming on the blitz and who was dropping off.
After the sack on 1st down, Young, and his throw is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll try and run with their fullback. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Detroit, their good start continues as they get their record up to